Welcome back to Two Camping Gurus. Today we're going to test out another product from Instafire.
So if you like camping in the great outdoors, you are in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also check out our website, twocampinggurus.com, and stick around to the end of this video so we can show you how you can get your free ebook and pre-trip checklist to make sure you and your rig are ready for the road. Now let's get into today's content.
And this is your complete fire kit. Comes with 4 logs, the starting granules, as well as it looks like it has some sticks in here or twigs to help get the fire started. So we're going to go ahead and put this to the test, and we're going to cook burgers on it. So a couple things we want to test is how good is it as a fire, you know, for the visual aspect as well as cooking on it. Now this is USDA certified, so it's completely safe to cook on these logs. And you got a 5-step process. Step 1, place the first 2 a couple inches apart. Step 2, for the Instafire start in the bottom, which I did. Step 3, put these on top crisscross like a log cabin. Step 4, put the hickory smoke stuff, hickory shavings in between these 2 logs. And in step 5, we're going to go ahead and light it. And what we're going to light is the Instafire product in the bottom there. Let me sneak in through here, I guess. Alright, immediately we're getting smoke. Alright, while that's getting going, let's read a little bit more about this stuff. Alright, so this is made from premium, repurposed, kiln-dried hickory sawdust, the logs. It's safe to cook on, and as I said earlier, it's USDA certified. Burns hotter than regular fire, or regular pine wood fire, which that I would expect. Great for wood stoves, fireplaces, and it's virtually spark-free. It's free of all insects, so it's cleaner than cordwood. Burns over an hour, then produces hot coals for another hour. Logs are easily stacked and should be stored in a dry area. Minimal ash left over, can be used as a natural fertilizer. It gives off a wonderful hickory scent, and it's made with the Instafire technology. So you can certainly see some flames up here already. So it says here, burn and heat time up to 3 hours. So probably depending on the circumstances or your conditions, if you have a lot of wind, it might burn a little faster. Yeah, I guess I just kind of have to wait for this to get going, and once it's going good, we're going to go ahead and cook some burgers on it, and we can then tell you how it tastes. I suspect that once that hickory sawdust
Smells good.
burns, oh, Tracy's already saying it smells good.
Yep.
Once that stuff burns down, it should cut way back on the smoke as well. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just shut the camera off for a little bit, let this get going, and then we'll take a look at it in a couple minutes. So the camera's only been off really, I would say, 2 minutes, and you can clearly see this is getting going very good. No external help at all, just the stuff provided in the Instafire log fire kit, and yeah, it's going great. And I guess you can cook on this immediately. We're going to let it get going here a little bit more when we get our burgers and stuff ready, and we're going to go ahead and cook on it once we get a little bit more of the logs themselves going. I would have liked to have done this at night, but we got other plans for tonight, so we're just doing this during the day. And besides, kind of wanted a burger for lunch. It's going really good. Tracy's gone in to get the burgers. Yes, this is Two Camping Gurus. Tracy does a lot of behind the scenes stuff. However, you might see her in this video. This is something you can have a couple of these in your rig, tucked away somewhere, and if you didn't have any wood from that area that you know to purchase locally, so you don't have a bug, you're not transferring bugs from one area to another, you can use this. So that's another great feature of this product. You have a couple of these stashed away, they don't take up a lot of space. You can light your fire late at night, you know, have an hour or so fire, couple hour fire, cook on it, and enjoy your evening without having to worry about having a bunch of wood stored. And they fit really compact too, so you can stack these up pretty easily. You can have 4 bundles of these, no problem at all, only going to take up like this much space. Tracy brought the burgers out. Now these are frozen, so I'm going to put them on early. We'll just set that like that. I did notice the fire was dying down a little bit. It was definitely not out. The logs are still burning. But just for the heck of it, I took a stick and just reached underneath and gently moved the fire starter granules, and boy, that flared right back up again. So there's still some unburnt stuff, which they say that if it starts to die down, you can stir that stuff up again, and now, you know, they're really going good now. Alright, not sure if you can hear them or not, but they are sizzling away. I have not had to stir the granules at the bottom at all since that one time, and these logs are burning great. Very little smoke, and some of that smoke could be from some leaves and stuff on the bottom. I don't know, but it's very little smoke, no sparks shooting off. These burgers are sizzling. I'm going to go ahead and flip them over and see what they look like on the other side. Well, they're definitely cooking up. So let's go this way for a bit. I'm just going to get you a little bit closer here. So my camera's been off for maybe another 5 minutes or so, but you can see how this is burning fantastic. I think it's a great little kit. Easy to store, easy to light, and I'm guessing these burgers are going to taste fantastic. I'm not sure how long these have been going now, for maybe 20 minutes, maybe half hour, and there's still a lot of life left in those logs down there. Look at these burgers though. And by the way, this grill thing I'm using with the handle here, it's just a burger holder. I mean, I'll put a link for one in the description. I love it. We use it all the time. You can use it for steak. You can use it for chicken. Whatever. It's a great way to really get your food right in there without dropping it in the fire or, you know, having a whole bunch of other gizmos and gadgets with you. Alright, just for a quick recap, we are testing the InstaFire 4-log fire kit. And yes, my burgers are just about done. As far as the kit itself, you can see these logs are burning fantastic. There's still a lot of life left in these logs. The burgers look great. Now some will say, well, with the grease dripping on there, that helped them a little bit. Maybe it did, but they were going plenty well, the logs that is, long before the grease started dripping. Because I did not add the burgers in the beginning, and they were frozen in the beginning, so some of the drippings early on was ice, because there was a little bit of ice and frost on them. So certainly didn't help them really. Those logs were going to get going anyway. Great product, I'll tell you. There's very little smoke coming from them, so that's good too. There was a little bit in the beginning, of course. But as far as them being a great little campfire and easy to tote with you and store in somewhere, perfect. I think they're great. Now I will say, InstaFire did send these out to me to test out, so I will thank them for that. I certainly appreciate it. And I did test out a couple other products as well last week, and some products that I purchased myself. But as I said before, I'll give an honest review whether I purchased it or it was sent to me for free. And these products so far have performed pretty much exactly how they said they should perform. I guess really the last thing to do is to test the burgers and see how they taste. What'd you think of it?
Not really a fan.
Because Daddy overcooked it.
Alright, so...
It's not really overcooked. It's
Yeah.
just more crunchy than like a normal burger. The outside is more charred.
Yeah, well, it's char-broiled. But yeah, and you said you didn't care for the smoky flavor either?
No.
Alright, so well, that's his opinion. There's your honest review. So if you have someone that does not like a smoky flavored, they may or may not like this. What about you, Trace?
I like it. It tastes good to me.
Yeah, I think they're great. Me too. You see I got mine going right here. Got all the fixings. And it tastes great. So we just finished the burger. Actually, Tracy's still eating hers. But I wanted to come out and check the fire, see how it's going. Full burn time's been over an hour for this. And this is what we got. So I know I might have mentioned earlier I considered putting it out and then saving the logs to relight it, but I'm not going to. I figured let's just see what it does. Again, very little smoke. It's looking good. Alright, so this was just a quick review and a test of the InstaFire 4-log fire kit. Came with everything you need to get the fire started. The granules, some hickory shavings, and of course the pressed logs. And that was it. You just put the starter on the bottom, put 2 logs a couple inches apart, 2 more on top, stuff the shavings between the 2 top ones, light the fire starting granules at the base of the fire, and that is it. You got yourself a full-fledged campfire. And like I said earlier, it burns up to 3 hours, depending on the circumstances. So if it's really windy, it might burn down a little faster. Being in this giant wheel drum here, probably burn a little longer actually, because there's less wind blowing on it. But as far as my final analysis of the product, I really like it. It works very well, and definitely we will have some of these kits in our camper or our bus, because we're converting a bus. Incidentally, if you're interested in checking that out, check out my other channel, Life the Wild Ride, where we are converting a school bus into a tiny house / RV. And there will be some of these on that bus when we hit the road. Alright, so I'm going to put some links down in the description for this, and or some of their other product, whatever you want to take a look at. If you're interested in it, if you're not, that's fine. At least now you know that if you come across it somewhere, this stuff works, and it works well. So you check those out. Also, swing over to our website, 2campinggurus.com. We have some of this information on there as well, and you can certainly check that out, as well as some other feeds like our Instagram feed and stuff. All populates on our website. Well, there you have it. That's it. Hey, happy camping. Make sure you have a great day. Stay safe. Make sure you also extinguish your fire properly and completely before you leave it unattended. And as always, happy camping. We'll see you in the next video. Alright, I know the video ended, but I just want to do a quick update. It's been a solid 2 hours since we started this fire, and about 15 minutes ago or so the flame went completely out, but you can still see some red. Hopefully you can see that on the camera. I don't want to get the camera close because this thing is still producing a ton of heat, and it said you could even cook after the flame is out. It's going to produce heat for another hour. I mean, there's no doubt you could easily still cook on that. It's very, very hot coming off there. So yeah, just a quick update. So again, we got flames for, you know, a solid 2 hours, and now it looks like we'll get heat the rest of the time, but certainly not if you're looking to enjoy a fire. I don't think you're going to get the full 3 hours of fire and flame unless you were to add stuff to it, or maybe if I broke these up, maybe it would relight it. Maybe I'll try that here in a second. But you're getting a ton of heat still to cook on. And just for the heck of it, as a little bonus, if you stuck around this long, I'm just going to go ahead and, this rolled by itself, break these things open and see what they look like. Yeah, it's producing a lot of heat, which is great. So you could easily, hopefully you can see that red down in there. I'm sure you can. Yeah, I think you can. Right there, it's very red. And a little bit of flame popped up down there after knocking it around a little bit. So, yeah, maybe if you were to, at the 2 hour mark, or maybe an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, break them up a little bit, you could continue to get a little bit more flame, a little longer. But I would just make sure the camera wasn't getting too hot because there's a lot of heat coming off. But the flame is essentially out at this point, but you easily could still cook on this. Alright, that's it. So if you're stuck around, you got a little bonus clip out of it. I just thought it was important to point that out, that the flame did not go a full 3 hours, and it does say on the package up to 3 hours depending on your circumstances. I thought it might go longer because it was in the drum here, but you know, hey, it is what it is.
Well, you made it to the end of the video. Hopefully you found something in this video that was helpful, useful. If nothing else, maybe we entertained you. And like I said at the beginning, you want that pre-trip checklist and ebook? You can go right down in the description, click on the link, it'll take you right over to it. Don't forget to do that. Also, swing over to our website at 2campinggurus.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and as always, happy camping. We'll see you in the next video.